So you guys know I love making keto cookies. They're one of my favorite kinds of keto recipes to make, and I've already showed you how to make a ton of different low carb keto cookies on the channel. But today's recipe, these 10-minute soft and chewy peanut butter chocolate chip keto cookies, they might just be the best keto cookies I've ever made on the channel. So with that being said, let's jump right into the recipe and make some keto cookies. All right, so first things first, you want to get out your food scale because we're going to be weighing some of these ingredients out to the gram. And then you'll also want to get out a medium to large size bowl. So now we're all set to get our ingredients going. And the first ingredient we're going to add for our keto cookies today is going to be 1 large egg. So the next ingredient you want to add is going to be some coconut oil. I already went ahead and measured and melted mine. And today we'll be using a tablespoon or 14 grams of that stuff for our keto cookies. So obviously today's keto cookie recipe is a peanut butter chocolate chip keto cookie recipe. And my recommendation for peanut butter is to go with one that has no sugar added to it. Personally, I like to use the Smucker's natural peanut butter, but if you can't find that one, just try to find one similar to it. With that being said, for the keto cookies today, we're going to be adding just less than 1/3 of a cup or 70 grams of the peanut butter to our bowl. Last but not least, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now at this point, we're just going to mix all those ingredients together until they're well combined. Once they're combined, that's when we're going to start adding our dry ingredients. And the first dry ingredient we're going to add is going to be some blanched almond flour. And if you're trying to keep the carbs as low as possible, I highly recommend going with the Kirkland's blanched almond flour because for every 28 gram serving, it only has 2 net carbs, and that's the lowest that I've seen. Anyways, today we're going to add a cup or 112 grams of that stuff to our bowl. And then of course we'll want to add some sweetness to our keto cookies, but we're going to want to do that without adding any carbs. And the best way to do that is by using some erythritol. Today I'm using the Confectioner's Erythritol by Swerve. It's carb free, it's calorie free, it works great to sweeten up pretty much everything. And today we'll be using 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of it to sweeten up our keto cookies. We're also going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda along with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and then of course we're going to add our chocolate chips. Today I'm using the no sugar added Lily's chocolate chips. If you've never tried these before, they're amazing, totally low carb, totally keto friendly. Highly recommend picking some of these up if you haven't already. They're a game changer as far as chocolate chips go. But with that being said, for today's keto cookies, we're going to add just less than 1/4 cup or 35 grams of those to our bowl. All right, so now at this point, we're going to take a spatula and mix all those ingredients together until a thick batter starts to form. Once a batter forms, we're going to use our hands to form a ball of dough out of the batter. And then at this point, we're going to set that bowl aside. We're going to get out a baking sheet. We're going to line the baking sheet with parchment paper, and then we're going to coat the parchment paper with baking spray. Once we've done that, we're going to get our bowl full of cookie dough back out. And at this point, we're going to take a cookie scoop and scoop out 12 equal sized cookies from that ball of dough. So when you got the cookie dough added to the baking sheet, you want to flatten the cookie dough either with the bottom of a spoon or an icing knife. And then once you flatten the cookie dough, it's time to get these in the oven, and you want to bake these at 325 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. They're going to be a little soft when they come out of the oven, almost cake-like, but don't worry at all about that because once they set, they'll firm up and become much more cookie-like. So you want to let them cool completely in the tray itself. And then check this out. This is what these keto cookies end up looking like. They're soft, they're chewy, they're full of peanut butter chocolate chip deliciousness, and I hope you guys enjoy them. As always, for more information about today's recipe, check the video description below, and I'll see you in the next one.